If you want to create a text file in Windows command prompt, you have to use the Notepad command, because Windows doesn't have a built-in command line editor like Vim or Nano. So instead you have to launch the Notepad editor from the command prompt. So here let's create a file, and right now I am in this users home directory and I will cd into documents folder first. And then from here we will create a new file called file1.txt. So we will type notepad file1.txt, and this will open the Notepad editor and create a file called file1.txt. So here it recognizes that we don't have a file called file1.txt, so it is asking, do you want to create a new file? And here if we select yes, it will create a new file called file1.txt in our current working directory. And then from here we work with the Notepad editor like we normally do in the GUI. And once we done, we can save the file and close the Notepad editor. And now if we run the dir command, we have a new file called file1.txt. And also if you have installed Visual Studio Code, you can use the code command as well. Code file2.txt will open a new file called file2.txt with Visual Studio Code this time. And then we can edit the file and click save, and that will create a new file. And now if we run the dir command, we have a new file called file2.txt. So you can use code command if you have installed VS Code. And also with code command you can also open entire directory in the Visual Studio Code, and you have to type code. If you type code period, and period stands for current working directory in command prompt, and here if we press enter, it will open our current working directory in the VS Code. And also if you want to read the content of a file in Windows CMD, you can use the type command. So type file1.txt will show the content of the file1.txt. And this also works on PowerShell as well, but PowerShell also and here if we type cat file1.txt, it will show the content of the file1.txt, but cat command not gonna work in CMD. In CMD you have to use the type command. And also one more thing, that if you want to edit a file that need administrative privileges, first you need to open the command prompt as administrator. So here we can right click the start button and then select terminal admin. And from here if we launch Notepad, and that will open the Notepad with administrative privileges, and that's how we open a file that need administrative privileges to edit in command prompt. First open the command prompt terminal as administrator, and then launch the Notepad, and that Notepad will have administrative privileges. So that's how we create text file in Windows command prompt. We have to use Notepad command because we don't have any built-in command line editor in CMD or PowerShell.